Welcome to my presentation to introduce you about my Intel Essential Course 2014. Right now I will introduce you my portfolio checklist. It includes unit template, assessments, student support, teacher support, and student samples. Let's begin with unit template. In template, I have unit summary. Unit summary is what students can see about what fashion nowadays have themselves in front of projects and their life as well. Students research the current fashion trends and work in groups of 5 in order to have a generic overview of fashion and lifestyles. They also have to brainstorm so that they can synthesize or summarize people's ideas of fashion. Besides that, they will figure out what makes importance when assessing a person's characteristics or personality. Now, let's move on to targeted content standards. Our standards focus on instructions and assessments of the project. Students' work activities which are relevant to a topic, a new look on a course book, and other materials from teachers, from the internet, from handouts. Each standard will be taught fairly and adequately. Now let's move on to learning outcomes. Students can describe specific behaviors, knowledge, and products about fashion and lifestyles. They will know how to use different strategies to learn about the topic and the task in the course book. And they also know how to find and compare different fashion trends to come to a good conclusion. Now we continue with assessments. Like a unit template, we have assessment summary. Use informal assessments like questioning and checklists to assess content understanding and task completion. The rubric helps students plan and monitor their progress as well as look back on their learning to set new goals. Brochure assessment and presentation assessment to provide feedback and assess final products. And next, we will move to instructional procedures. In total, I will divide my course into 5 weeks. Each week will have 2 periods and 45 minutes over a period. Week number 1, the introduction to the unit. Ask students to read the opening text in the course book, making a new man at himself and answer the questions. And then teacher will write the essential question on the board for the whole class, and then require students to complete or task in the written text in page 104 and 105. Week number 2, more detailed instructions. Students use the journal to write notes, make observations, and respond to questions throughout the unit. Teacher will direct and instruct students specifically about what are required to do during the course and continue to ask students to do exercises in Grammar 1 and Vocab 1. And after that, teacher will distribute and review the presentation rubric to help students monitor their progress. And last, teacher will pose content questions and let students study by themselves, both at class and at home. Week number 3, brochure. Teacher will ask students to do listening task in focus the same part in page 109, and then give students the shared direction rubric to help them plan, monitor, and learn from this project experience. So in order to help students imagine the brochure, teacher will share a sample brochure and review the brochure assessment. Finally, teacher will review the brochures using the brochure assessment and provide feedback before the next activity. Week number 4, group work. Students will work individually at first to do the task in Vocab 2 and Vocab 3 in page 108 and 109 and compare the answers with their partners in groups. Teacher will form groups to speaking one task in page 108 and answer the questions raised in the course book. And then students continue to do the task use of English 3 in page 112, and next teacher will pose again a unique questions for students to remember. Last, teacher will have students record and take notes carefully their initial thoughts in their journals. Week number 5, the final week, is a time for students to show off their final product presentation. Each group presents their own presentation in front of the class. After students verify their presentations, teacher asks the teams to provide peer feedback on the draft presentations using the presentation assessment as a guide, and then invite parents, school personnel, and other community or other classes members to participate in an open conference to view the slideshows. Students can answer questions and receive recognition for their work. Now we move to teacher support and student support. In order to support students during the course and support our teacher when they look at this template, they can follow the lesson very easily and clearly. I will give with teacher support, I will give 2 presentations of PowerPoint to help teachers come up with what to teach, and 1 more file of supporting links. Here are the pictures of 2 presentations for teacher support. Yes, with student samples. In student sample, I will give them brochure as a sample to answer the unique questions, and a presentation of PowerPoint to demonstrate for students to know how to display and present their final product. Samples are specific examples which help students to imagine what they are required to do. They are the brochure and their presentation for student support. With references. References are extracted from some sources of the internet, such as information, examples, images, links, etc. And I take these references from the internet, and I give references in each file I created. So I hope that you can understand what I am explaining to you, and thanks for listening.